This video is brought to you by Wix. In this video, I'm going to show you how I use SEO to promote my website. If you're ready to learn about site verification, meta tags, as well as adding structured data, then head over to that like button and give it a smash, and let's jump straight into it. If all of those words I just used made you feel a little bit nervous, don't worry, you're not alone. Trust me. For many of us, SEO seems a bit like a foreign language. Bonjour, molo, ciao, saubona, goeiedag. I luckily use Wix SEO to help me speak the right language when it comes to optimizing my website. By now, I think we all realize that we need to rank in search engines in order to be found by qualified customers. Someone who is searching for what we do needs to find us, and Wix SEO helps make this process a lot more intuitive, regardless of your SEO experience. I'm going to share my SEO secrets with you in a minute, but just on the odd chance that you don't already have a website, this video is part 2 in my website tutorial series, so click the link in my description and get creating your website now, and also watch this video. It'll walk you through step by step of how I created my website. And as a bit of an incentive for you to stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to, at the end of the video, give you a brief history of how Wix turned from an SEO caterpillar into these days an SEO butterfly. But I'm sure you clicked on this video because you want to get straight to the point. So without wasting a second, let's jump straight into my dashboard. In the main menu on the left-hand side, I'm going to scroll down to the point where it says Marketing and SEO. Click on it. Then hit the Start Now button and let's get our website found on Google. Next, enter your business name or the name you want to be associated with your website. I'm going to add filmmaker at the end of my name, but if you're a photographer, blogger, or graphic designer, feel free to add it after your site name too. Click Next and then tick the box that applies to the location of your business. My business is online, so I will highlight the second option. Now we need to identify keywords that relate to our business. When it comes to keywords, I consider location, category, variations of the keyword, as well as a combination of specific and general keywords. When you've identified your keywords, click on the button at the bottom to create your SEO plan. So this is the section that shows us what we need to tick off, as well as how we are progressing in our effort to being found in search. We've spent time creating keywords as well as naming our site, but now we need to optimize our site so that when we look at our website, it actually contains those keywords that we've spent quite a bit of time thinking about. So the first place that we're going to focus on optimizing is our homepage. I like this title that Wix has suggested for me. I can click on the right for more options, but I'm happy, so I can select copy so that I can just paste this into the field on my website. Now I'm going to select the Go to Editor option. I then paste in my new title. And then I go back to my Wix dashboard and click on Refresh. Then it will update my progress. If at any point you feel a little uncertain of what you need to do, well, just check out the section underneath your task and Wix shows you what icons to look out for. They also have a little video snippet, and this helps make the process a little bit more intuitive no matter what your SEO experience is. Now we're going to complete our homepage description. Wix reminds you of the keywords you selected and gives you an outline of what you need to consider for your description. Head over to your editor and fill in the description field. Once you have done this, save, publish, and then head back onto the website dashboard and click Refresh. Another green tick, yes please. Now we're going to optimize our homepage text. At this point, we already have content on our website, but we need to scroll through the copy that we've written and just make sure that it includes some of the keywords that we hope to be discovered for in search. So in my case, I'm going to have to edit some of the copy on my website. I need to make sure that I include the keywords that I hope people will search to find me. So I'm going to add YouTuber to this content And I'm going to add filmmaker to this text. So now my keywords are included. Alright, it's time to hit the save and publish button, and then I'm going to find that refresh option and click on that too. And just like that, we continue to get all of those green ticks. But now the next step. This is the really exciting part. We get to smash that button that we have been working towards. Now it's time to connect our website to Google. Click on Connect Now. And now grab a cup of coffee and toast to your site being connected to Google. Check out your site on Google or join me as we continue to strengthen our SEO. Now Wix says that my homepage text looks good, but as we can see by the red circle, I need to pay attention to the contact information on my homepage. I'm going to go to my homepage and add that. Go ahead and add your contact information if you need to do that on your website too. Then I'm going to head back over to my dashboard and click refresh. Let's work our way to the next section that we should edit. My blog. That needs some updating. If you don't have a blog, just jump ahead to the next chapter. But for everybody else, I'm sure you've got the feel of how to work your way through the Wix editor. But I know I like it when somebody walks me through something slowly. So let's get back into the Wix dashboard and walk this process through step by step together. Just like at the start of this video, I'm going to copy the title page suggestion from Wix and add this to the blog title in my editor. Then I'll go hit refresh. Let's update our blog description. Head over to that editor, add your description with keywords, then hit save and publish and refresh. Woohoo! Our SEO checklist is complete. This is epic. My site has now been indexed on Google. Pretty cool. If you've enjoyed this content so far, there's no better way of showing me than by going ahead and hitting that like button. Also, consider subscribing to my channel if you'd like to see more content from me in the future. In terms of SEO terminology, I know that some of the words I may have used at the beginning of this video could have seemed a little daunting. But before we dive in deeper into what else Wix assists with when it comes to SEO, let's quickly just take stock of how far we've come already. We did a seamless Google site verification right from our site dashboard, thanks to the personalized step-by-step plan designed by Wix SEO Wiz. We listed our site on Google by connecting to the Google Search Console straight from our dashboard. We added custom meta tags. Remember, Wix made this very easy for us by suggesting meta tags that accurately describe our site content to assist search engines in understanding what our website is all about. Now take a second to give yourself a tap on the back because without knowing it, you've already submitted your sitemap. Search engines love sitemaps because they can easily crawl and search pages to see when last you updated them. In the same way, we love to be notified when our favorite cafe updates their menu and includes some delicious new items. Well, search engines also love to be notified when there have been changes in URL or when major pieces of content have also been updated. Every Wix site has a sitemap that updates automatically with your site's most current information. Because we connected our site to Google using the Wix SEO Wiz, our sitemap is automatically submitted to Google. Yes, please! So those are the SEO tick boxes that we've already ticked off. But now let's take a deeper dive into some more things that we can action when it comes to SEO. First, let's talk about verification. So we've already verified our site with Google. Yes, please. But Wix also helps in simplifying the process of verifying our site with other platforms, such as Pinterest, for example, as well as Bing and Yandex. I think that's how you pronounce it. But if you want to see how to verify your Wix website with Pinterest, I do have a video that walks you through this step by step, so you can check out that video. The link will be in the description. So Wix makes the verification process very intuitive for us. But another thing that we could consider would be SEO patterns. If you don't know what SEO patterns are, don't worry, I'm going to explain that. Let's first lay the foundation though. So I've briefly showcased how we are able to edit the SEO on every page. But let me walk you through this, just in case if at any point you want to go back and edit the SEO on any page on your website. So into my dashboard we go. From your dashboard, click on Edit Site. Then click on the menu and Pages icon. Select a page where you want to edit the SEO and click on the 3 dots. Then select SEO. We have already edited this part when we followed the steps that Wix SEO Wiz guided us through. However, like I mentioned, you are able to edit the individual pages by adjusting the information here. We can build on the social share information by uploading a specific image, and if we do this, this image will appear if we decide to share this page on a social media platform. So you can individually scan the SEO on each pages this way. I'm sure you noticed that there are patterns. Things look similar when it comes to adjusting the SEO information on the individual pages. Imagine there was a way you could make one adjustment that would affect all of the pages. And you can. You can do this by making use of the Wix SEO Patterns feature. Using patterns help you to cut down on time if you were planning to adjust the SEO on all of your pages. So I'm going to show you how you can edit a page type and customize the SEO pattern. From your dashboard, click on Marketing and SEO Settings. Then select SEO Tools. Now select SEO Patterns. From here you can select which SEO setting you want to edit, and this new pattern will automatically update across your entire site. For example, if I want to edit site pages, we can select Edit Pattern, and any change we make here will apply to the main pages not yet customized for SEO. Google uses a few methods to help them display the best search results to their users. And 2 of these methods are schema and accelerated mobile pages. If you want to sound cool at a dinner, definitely drop those 2 words around because they're delicious. So why schema is so powerful is because it's one of the methods Google uses to give us the latest and most timely information. If you were to think about it, perhaps you searched something on Google and a whole bunch of results came, but you could see the date that a post was written. Immediately you would think, okay, this is more relevant, this is more timely, if it is time-sensitive information that you're searching. So schema helps Google identify this. And because of this, it just strengthens the credibility of Google because they're providing their users with what they are searching for. So what's fantastic is that we get to enable schema and accelerated mobile pages on our blog. So let's jump into my dashboard and let me get to showing you how we can enable this functionality within our blog. From your dashboard, click on Blog. Select Blog Settings and scroll down to the point where you see SEO Settings. At the bottom there, we can see that we first need to upload a logo before we can enable schema. This is where you go to upload a logo. I will upload mine now by clicking here. My upload is complete. I want to rename my image now, and I do this by double-clicking and adding, my full name, which is what I want to rename this image to. This is a helpful tip in getting the basics right. Always when it comes to naming an image or finding tags for an image, just choose terms or keywords that are relevant to what is in the image. And this does help Google in finding out what the image is, which ultimately helps out with SEO. On the right-hand side there, you can add, remove, and edit tags by selecting Edit Tags. From here, you can add new tags and click Enter, and it will then highlight as a new tag. When you are ready, you can add the logo to your page. Select Done, then enable the accelerated mobile pages and schema. Scroll back up to the top and click on Save. Can I just take a second to give you a giant high five? If you followed along with me, we've managed to work our way through Wix's SEO features, and I don't know about you, but I've really enjoyed this. We've managed to cover so much so quickly, and Wix has done a tremendous job in making SEO accessible, no matter whether this is your first blog or perhaps this is your 7th website that you're building, but this is the first time you're building a website with Wix. Whether you're a beginner or you're experienced, Wix really does cater for everyone. This said, perhaps you've had people challenge you on the effectiveness of Wix's SEO. And it's probably a good time to give you a bit of an understanding of Wix's controversial past when it came to SEO. Story time. Long ago, Wix used to be a Flash-based website builder. Now, although Flash sounds efficient, well, the technology just didn't live up to the name. It had some problems. These aches and pains, well, they included problematic URL structures as well as other SEO problems. But if anybody these days tries to convince you that Wix SEO is outdated, surely at this point of the video you can see we've just scraped the surface of how deep and wide and wonderful Wix SEO is these days. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced SEO practitioner. Is that a thing? Sounds cool, let's roll with it. Whatever your SEO level is, you can rest in the reality that the Wix SEO infrastructure is built accordingly with the SEO best practices laid out by Google and other search engines. At this point, I just want to say a big thank you to Wix for sponsoring this video. So, not only in my opinion, and guys, I had this opinion long before Wix reached out to sponsor any of my content. I feel that Wix is the most intuitive website builder, and also the Wix SEO Wizard, again in my opinion, is the most intuitive way of getting your SEO ducks in a row. If you have any questions or if you want me to dive deeper into any of the SEO sections that I spoke about today, let me know in the comments below. And also let me know if you were able to use the Wix SEO Wizard to get your site verified by Google. We started out thinking SEO was a foreign language, and look at us now, we can also speak the lingo. Now that is progress. Check out the link in my description if you haven't at this point already started building your website with Wix. It's a pretty good time to start now. There's also links in my descriptions to videos that walk you through how to build a website with Wix, as well as how to claim your Wix website for Pinterest. But thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you enjoyed this content. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and good luck with your SEO. I'll see you in one of my next videos. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.